Welcome to the Security Training Center video tutorial series. This is how to complete the BSIS application paperwork. Notice of liability. The information in these programs is distributed without warranty. While every precaution has been taken in the preparation of this program, neither the author, Security Training Center, nor its parent companies shall have any liability to any person or entity with respect to any injury, loss, or damage caused or alleged to be caused, directly or indirectly, by the instructions contained in any program or by instruction provided by Security Training Center. This course material is educational. It is not legal advice. In order to earn a California BSIS Security Guard registration card, the applicant must pass an 8 hours course. The Powers to Arrest course is comprised of 2 lessons. The Powers to Arrest, which is 3 hours. This course may be completed online. The Appropriate Use of Force, which is 5 hours. This course must be completed in a licensed training facility. Once these lessons are successfully passed, the student is eligible to submit an application for Security Guard registration to the Bureau of Security and Investigative Services, or BSIS. The Security Guard registration card is issued by the Bureau of Security and Investigative Services, not the training facility. The student is issued 3 documents upon completion. The first is the Certificate of Completion. The next is the application for Security Guard registration. The final document is the Request for Live Scan Service form. This is the background check form. These forms are provided by the facility instructor. The Certificate of Completion is yours to keep in your training records. Provide only a copy to your employer. You keep the original. If you ever change employers, your new employer will also want a copy. It can also be presented to a potential employer to demonstrate that the minimum coursework has been completed. This certificate is not a guard card and is not sufficient to work as a security guard. The certificate number is required to complete the application, either on paper or online. The certificate number can be found in either the upper right or upper left of the certificate. The next form is the initial application for Security Guard registration. The first few pages must be completed and the 4th page signed by the applicant. The remaining pages are just instructions. This video was made for the September 2024 version of the application. This form shifts around quite a bit from year to year, but the basic information remains the same. The top of page 1 is for veterans or active duty military. Complete the information as appropriate. Those veterans or active in the military get priority processing. However, being a veteran is not a guarantee of earning a guard card. If you are not a veteran of the United States, you can skip this section. The bottom of page 1 is for those with special refugee, asylee, or special immigrant visa holders. Complete the information as appropriate. If this does not apply to you, skip this section. Page 2 is the meat of the initial application. The student must complete the middle of section of page 2 with personal information. The Social Security number or tax ID number is mandatory. It will be used exclusively for tax enforcement purposes and for compliance with any judgment or order for family support in accordance with Section 117.520 of the Family Code. The address of record is a mailing address. It is not the facility address. the actual physical guard card will be mailed to this address, and this is the address that will appear on the printed guard card. This is not a required field if the resident's address is completed. The resident's address is the actual home address. This must be accurate, and if the guard moves, the guard must notify the BSIS of the change of home address within 30 days. The next section is completed by the instructor. It contains Certificate of Completion Number, the name of school where certificate was earned, the school license number, which is a PPO, PPSE, TFF, or TFB number, the date the training was completed, the school's telephone number. The student will need this information if completing the application online. The bottom of page 2 is for active duty peace officers only. If you are not an active duty peace officer, you can skip this section. Finally, the student must read and sign the bottom of page 4. Keep a copy of the completed application for personal records. Pages 5 through 7 are application instructions and regulations. Students should read these pages. Be certain to answer all questions on the application completely and truthfully. Any omission or false statement on the application may constitute grounds for denial or subsequent revocation of the registration. A registration may be denied to any person who makes a false statement or who has been convicted of any crime or act substantially related to the functions or duties of a security guard. However, the Bureau will consider evidence of rehabilitation. Submission of the requested information is mandatory. The Bureau of Security and Investigative Services cannot consider the application for licensure or renewal unless all of the requested information is provided. The application fee is non-refundable. Application timeline and fees. The application fee is $55, which is non-refundable. Make the check or money order payable to Bureau of Security and Investigative Services, or BSIS. If the student wishes to submit the paper application, mail the application with the application fee to the address on the screen. Applications may be submitted online at the URL above. Online applications are processed a little more quickly online than paper applications. Applications processed online must be paid by credit card. Remember, all information required to complete the online application can be found on page 2 of the application paperwork. When the initial online application form asks for a license number, this is the school's license number, not a personal license number. Furthermore, the certificate number can also be found on page 2 of the application or on the certificate of completion itself. It is usually in the upper left or upper right corner of the certificate page. Allow 60 days or 2 months to process the application. Do not contact the Bureau to check on the status of the application unless it is over 60 days from submission. The Bureau will notify the applicant in writing by U.S. snail mail within 60 days if the application is deficient. All potential security guards must be fingerprinted and complete a Department of Justice, DOJ, and Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, background check as part of the application process. The state of California prefers digital fingerprinting due to the speed and accuracy of the checks. The fingerprinting service used by the BSIS is called LiveScan. FBI guidelines require applicants to complete a criminal history background check after submitting the application. Applicants who paid online in Breeze can complete their criminal history background check immediately after paying application fee. Applicants who mailed paper applications with payments made by personal check should wait until the checks have been cashed by the Department of Consumer Affairs. Applicants who mailed paper applications with a money order or cashier check should wait approximately 5 business days until they complete their criminal history background check. Applicants who submitted paper applications in person with a cash payment should wait approximately 2 business days until they complete their criminal history background check. Applicants must visit a LiveScan operator in person to have fingerprints taken. A valid, non-expired, government-issued photo ID card, for example, a DMV driver's license or ID, passport, military ID card, alien registration card, green card, photo ID card. Expired ID information cannot be accepted. A list of LiveScan service providers can be found on the State of California Department of Justice website. Estimated time to receive results from the date the fingerprints are submitted to the DOJ if there is no criminal history are: DOJ fingerprints, approximately 3 business days. FBI fingerprints, approximately 5 business days. Time frames will be significantly longer if the applicant has a criminal history or if a fingerprint its LiveScan transmittal is rejected by the Department of Justice. Fingerprint LiveScan is occasionally rejected by the Department of Justice or FBI. Don't panic. The rejection is often the result of poor fingerprint quality or a data entry error. You will be notified by mail, U.S. Postal, if the fingerprints were rejected. You can schedule a second attempt at the LiveScan operator used the first time and retake your fingerprints at no charge. Applicants will not be notified of the LiveScan results, so no news is good news. The results are sent to the requesting agency, in this case, the BSIS. Applicants can check the status of the LiveScan at the California Department of Justice, DOJ, Applicant Background Check Status page. You will need your Automated Transaction Identifier, or ATI number discussed a little later, and your date of birth to check the status. This is a request for LiveScan service form. The Originating Agency Identifier, or ORI code for security guard applications, is A0522. This number routes the results to the BSIS. The authorized application type for the Unarmed Guard card is Security Guard. This lets LiveScan know the type of background check that should be run. The type of license is Security Guard Registration. Most often, this information is pre-filled by the guard training instructor. Only complete the applicant information section. All other parts of the form are completed for you or by the LiveScan operator. 2 copies of the form are required. One for the LiveScan operator. The second is for personal records. Do not submit the completed LiveScan form to the BSIS. All information is automatically and digitally sent to the DOJ, FBI, and BSIS. When complete, pay special attention to the bottom section of the form, which is completed by the LiveScan operator. The 10-digit Applicant Transaction Identifier, or ATI number, will be needed if the applicant must follow up on the background check. Live scan fees are paid directly to the live scan operator. There is a DOJ fingerprint processing fee of $32. There is a FBI fingerprint processing fee of $17. Plus, there is a processing fee or rolling fee charged by the live scan operator. This fee varies based upon the live scan operator. So, the total is $49 plus the rolling fee. Applicants can check the status of their applications at the URL on screen. Once the application has been cleared, the guard registration number will appear on the BSIS's website. The name of the guard with the guard registration number will usually appear on the website before the physical card arrives in the mail. If the applicant does not appear in the search results, it means either that the state has not processed the application yet, or that there was a problem with the submission. If there was a problem with the application or payment, the applicant will receive a letter with an explanation or request for additional information in the mail. We at Security Training Center wish you the best in your new career in private security.